Welcome back. Why I don't focus very much on style. I was thinking about this, responding to quite a few comments and thinking about how different some coaches are, how we approach this in different ways. Many coaches out there focus on a specific genre, for example. They might teach classical style or R&B or rap. I don't know. I've not seen any rap coaches out there, but you get my point. Or rock is a better example. Metal, yeah? We can all think of coaches out there who are niche coaches. They're focusing on a specific style, a specific niche in the market, stylistically speaking. Then you get the oddballs like me who don't seem to have a style and don't seem to really focus in on a particular niche. I want to kind of talk about that. See, my journey as a singer really was different probably to yours or quite a few people out there, in that when I started singing, sorry, what's my teeth? When I started singing, I was already a musician. I was already a guitar player. I already had dreams and aspirations about exactly what I wanted to put together as a musician, as an artist. In fact, basically from day one, in my head, I knew really what I wanted to be, what I wanted to become, what I wanted to sound like, what I wanted to be able to do. Stylistically, I had it in my head already. So my quest as a singer was just to get my technique to the point where I could do what I wanted to do. And I think probably because of that very reason is why I typically focus on broad strokes, why I typically focus on basic fundamentals that are universal across all styles, and why I talk about and really, grind away in terms of repeating over and over again certain concepts that I feel are important to all singers, really. Quite a lot of singers come in that aren't musicians, come into voice teaching and voice lessons and stuff, and they don't really have a framework. They're not musicians. They've got no sense of, what they might want to sound like. There's some styles or singers they like, and so they want to gravitate towards that style. Some people gravitate more towards, very stylistically in one direction, whereas other artists and singers are more nebulous, I guess, in terms of their stylistic approach. I'm probably more of the latter. Quite obviously, people, don't really know what style I sing. I sing like acoustic music, but it's kind of angry at times. It's kind of aggressive at times. It's not typical of what acoustic music has become known for over the last, 10, 15, 20 years. So back to the premise of the video, though. My journey really didn't lead me towards much stylistic study. I knew what I wanted to do stylistically. I picked up singers along the way who I wanted to take something from stylistically, and I just plugged away at making my technique easy, manageable, fluid, simple, all these things. And that broad stroke kind of approach to technique is really what I focus on this channel. I'm not going to tell you how to sing R&B. I'm not going to tell you how to sing classical. I'm not going to tell you how to sing rock music or metal or whatever it is. I'm going to tell you, okay, if you isolate these muscles, if you approach your exercises this way, it's going to make singing easier for you because it will give you more separation between the muscle groups. It'll give you a better understanding of the basic skills that you need to work at and improve on as a singer in order to accommodate whatever stylistic direction you may or may not want to go in. Yeah? So I think it's important to point this out because I think a lot of the time people kind of look at voice coaches like for like, and they're not really thinking, hang on a sec, what type of information is this coach putting out? Is he a coach that is more in the direction of teaching me a specific style, teaching me more details, teaching me phrases, things like this? Yeah, teaching me runs, teaching me licks, teaching me how to sound a certain way? Or is it a coach that is more in the direction of less stylistic and more just how to make using your voice easier, how to make it less pushy, how to make it simpler, how to make it feel freer, more natural, yeah? This kind of thing. Also, as a side note, my own personal style it doesn't sound pretty. And sometimes it can sound pretty, but other times it can kind of sound harsh almost, or angry or whatever it is. I'm really trying to connect up my emotions and what I feel inside to my music. So I don't necessarily think in terms of it sounding nice. I tend to think in terms of it feeling free and easy. And if it's angry, it's not going to sound nice. So it's a funny balance between artistically what you want to express emotionally and stylistically making it sound quote unquote good. If you think about a singer like Kurt Cobain, for example, very popular singer from the 90s, a lot of people tried to emulate him. A lot of very famous bands post Nirvana emulated him. I'm thinking of bands like Creed and Nickelback, these kinds of faux grunge bands that came after Nirvana, all emulating that sound. Yeah, was that sound pretty? Was that sound nice? No, not really. It's kind of angry and aggressive sounding. So, whereas if I contrast that to R&B is very much focused on sounding aesthetically pleasing, 99% of the time. An interesting comment I read about this was that me and R&B singing lessons, we've got very contrasting approaches and styles. More styles, and this makes comparing us as singers awkward and difficult because there are technical things you could compare, but there's also stylistic things, and that comes down to some subjective judgment. There's no absolutes in all this. And one of the reasons why I wanted to put this video together was just to kind of give a bit of perspective on some of my ideas again and kind of reset my head a little bit. I do tend to get a little bit crazy sometimes in terms of thinking that I am on my way to the promised land and everyone else is going down the wrong path. And I'm guilty of that. I put my hand up. I'm not perfect. Sometimes I get frustrated because I feel like a lot of the broad things I talk about are underappreciated in the voice coaching world, whereas a lot of the style coaches out there tend to, develop and grow audiences more quickly. So some of my frustration comes out from time to time. I can only apologize for that. Anyway, that's really all I got to say today. I'm going to roll to the outro. What do you guys think? Please comment and let me know, and I'll see you in another video. Bye! Thanks for watching this video, guys. If you want my help personally, you can book a one-on-one training session. Drop me a message. My email is in the description. And if you feel like this message was of value, then please feel free to make a donation equal to that value. Again, donation link is in the description. And finally, please share this video with other singers you know. Please subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Give this video a thumbs up. And I will see you in another video. Bye!